All right, grade 9 learners. I hope you are doing well. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to focus on natural sciences, the GEC pilot study. Hope you are going to enjoy when we are going to go through this question paper together. Now, there is a mistake that you're doing, learners. You are forgetting to subscribe to this channel. So please make it a point. This is your channel. You should what? Subscribe. Click that button, written subscribe. Then it will be easy for you to find most of the videos. Next year, you're going to grade 10. So you'll need this channel because we offer maths and science subjects up until grade 12 from grade 8. So yeah, just subscribe before we start. Yeah. Now let's start with our first question. That is natural sciences, grade 9 question paper. Let's look at this one. What is the first question? I'm going to take you the section A. Now, the first question is, what is the contact force? Now, you know what is the contact force? It is a force exerted at a distance between the two bodies? No. It is the force exerted when two bodies are touching each other. Yes, that is the answer. The answer is B for question 2. All right, let's go to the next one. The next one is question 2. What are the similarities between magnetic and electrostatic force? Okay, so what are the similarities? Remember, these are both non-contact forces. So objects repel and never attract each other. That's A. Objects attract and repel each other. So that is the common of magnets. Magnets attract or repel each other, even electrostatic force. All right. Now let's go to the next one. We are having which one of the following which one of the following is the unit of force? How do we measure a force? You know it's measured in newtons. Where is it? Yes, that is D. So the answer is D, right? Now let's go to the next one. Question 4. The diagram below shows an object resting on the table. What is the force that a surface exerts on an object with which it is in contact and it's perpendicular to the surface of the object? You know that this is the definition of a normal force. We all know about that. So weight, friction, yes. So the answer is C. That is the normal force. Now, the next question is, study the diagram and answer the question that follows. You can see the magnet. Where is the magnetic field the strongest? Okay, where is it strongest? Let's check. Question 5. The magnetic field lines are further apart? No. The arrows are on each magnetic field line. The magnetic field lines are closer to each other. Yes, that's where magnetic fields are the strongest. So the answer is what? It's C. That is how we answer this one. Let's go to the next question. Question 6. What do we have on question 6? Let's try to see on question 6. What is the options which are there? Let's try to look there. Force A is exerted on the trolley. Force B, which is less than force A, is now also exerted in the same direction as shown in the diagram, right? What is the effect of the two forces on the trolley? Remember, they are being applied on the same direction. Okay, the trolley will experience a force that is less than that of force A in the same direction. No, the trolley will experience a force that is more than that of force A in the same direction. That's correct. Remember, if force A is 50 newtons and this is 10 newtons, so these two forces are pushing. So meaning that it will be moving at what? At 60 newton. That's why I said more than that of A. Right, let's go to the next question. Um, a rock has a mass of 100 kg on Earth. It is now placed on Mercury, which is the smallest planet in our solar system. What will the mass of the rock be on Mercury? Okay, let's see. the mass of the rock will be less than that, less than it was on Earth. That's a no. The mass of the rock will be more than that, more than it was on Earth. No. The mass of the rock will be zero. No, 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 no. So meaning this is the answer. Let's read it. The mass of the rock will be the same as on Earth. That is the answer, class. That is D. Right? So question 7, the answer is D. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to question 8. What's happening? Which statement explain what happens when different objects are wrapped together? Obvious. One is charged positively and the other negatively when you wrap. That is the answer for that one. Right, let's go to the next question. Question 9. A plastic wrapper is wrapped with a piece of cloth. The piece of cloth become positively charged. How does the piece of cloth acquire a positive charge? When it gets a positive charge, it loses electrons. Let's see. Yes, that is D. So the answer, it has lost electrons. That's what happened. What are the major components necessary for electric cell to operate? Electric cell to operate. So it need what, class? It need electrodes and electrolyte. Let's see. Yes, that is B. Electrodes and electrolyte. That's what it needs. Right. So now question 11. Which of the following statement describes a battery? Yeah, let's see. What is a battery? A battery is you know the definition? A battery is a group of almost cells connected together. That is C. So that is the answer for that. Question 11. Right, let's continue. Question 12. For the dry cell to produce energy, there must be energy conversions that takes place inside the cell. Study the dry cell and answer the questions that follows. That is the cell. Select the energy conversion that takes place in a dry cell. Now, what does a cell do, class? What does a cell do? It uses chemicals. These are chemicals we are having here, class. It uses chemicals to produce electricity. That's B. Chemical potential energy is converted to electrical energy. That is the cell conversion that takes place. All right, now let's go to this one. The table shows the results obtained when this lemon cell was constructed with different electrodes. All right, now let's come to this one. Let's see. Uh, select which statement, which explain the same metals cannot be used to construct a lemon cell. All right, so which one do we have? Mm, okay, metal of the same type. Yes, metals of the same type will provide no potential difference between them. Metals of the same what class? Type. Yes. Now, what is the SI unit of potential difference? That's volts. See, that volts. That's B. You know potential difference. Yes, measured in volts. That's V. Let's go to 15. One of the factors that affect resistance is the thickness of a conductor. How does the thickness of the conductor affect resistance? When the conductor is thick, the thicker the conductor, the less the resistance, and the greater the current flow. That is the answer here. I think the answer was just looking at you. That's question 15. Right, now let's go to question 16. The picture shows various household appliances. They all have resistors. What function do resistors perform in these applications? What does the resistors do in this one, class? Resistors provide useful energy transfer. So that is C. Provide useful energy what? Transfer to these appliances. That's what it does. All right, let's go to the next one. Electric kettle resistors heat up the water twice as fast as the stove as the stove top kettles, and automatically shut off the boiling point once the boiling point is reached. You know what is happening when you have the kettle there at home, boiling water. When the boiling point is reached, it switches itself off. How does the resistor inside the kettle heat up water? How does this, you see this thing? How does it heat up water? Let's read options. Energy released by removing electrons to overcome resistance is transferred to the water. Okay, that is the first one. Okay, so what did they say about this? They say see the picture or kettle from inside. All right, yeah. Okay, energy released by moving electrons to overcome resistance is transferred to the water. That's A. That's good. Okay, let's go to 18. I love this one. Calculations. The battery of 7.5 volts is connected to an ammeter. And then now, okay. Uh,